So I'm not sure how good of a video I can get, but it's 5:30 a.m. So it's definitely like when it does it, it has a certain direction to it. So for example, I can keep my window open. Let's see if I can get the angle. See, look at that. That one. I can keep an angle. This is Hurricane Michael, by the way. This is 5:30 a.m. in the morning. I can keep, and it is a direct hit. It says a tropical storm, which is actually pretty impressive for Anderson. So I can keep like my window open because the wind's not coming at all from that direction. It's coming from a certain specific direction. Okay. So it's just it's not a hurricane. It's a tropical storm, by the way, people. So okay, so I can keep it at that. Okay. And see, I'm not getting rain on anything, right? So it's like it's kind of misleading because you're like, oh wow, this isn't too bad, and the wind, it doesn't. I mean, it's like up in the trees, right? But it's like kind of a high wind up there, and this is I heard them talking about it on the news, where they were like, the tops of the trees were just ripped off, and see how it's just constant up there though. It's just a constant wind. It's like a constant 20-mile-an-hour wind up there. Actually, that's more like a 22, 23 probably up there. But it's just a constant. See, in the rain, it's just coming. It's just like nonstop. See, everything's constant in this. This is constant, constant, constant. It's just nonstop. This is very interesting, okay? But keep a note, like, I'm completely dry here. It doesn't even seem like down at the bottom. Down at the bottom, everything's just kind of like normal. But up in us, look at that angle though up there. It is not happy up there. You can hear the wind. Okay. So, but keep in mind, okay, so this is, what is this? And I know you can't see much. I understand that. Hang on, Michael. Michael Midway. Okay, so like, I know you can't see much, and that's okay. Okay. By the way, this isn't a big deal right now. It's not going to be too much, but the trees are going to cause some damage around my area. Let's see, I come out on this side, right? I'm like, oh, it's not really that. And I'm just like soaked in rain. And the trees are just going nuts over here. And it's just like, ugh. So like the rain is just hitting on this side. And the trees are just going nuts. So it's kind of weird how that works. It's kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and, it's supposed to get about 4 more. I honestly, like, let me turn on the thing here. I honestly think that's, here, let me do this. I honestly think that this storm is actually going to be worse than maybe the damage. I always hope the damage isn't going to be bad. But I think the storm itself, the fury of the storm, is actually going to be worse than predicted in my area. So we will see. But as far as the fury of the storm, I always love storms. So Michael has turned out to be this, since 1833, the eye wall didn't collapse and moved far inland. We're talking about like maybe 200-300 miles from Atlanta, and that's category 1, of course. So we're only talking 60-mile-an-hour winds or something like that. But so for people that are not from here, but anyway, that's what we're looking at right now. So one of the things you want to do in a hurricane, or in lots of windy days too, where there's lots of trees, especially oak trees, is you don't want to. This is very abnormal, right? So you don't want to like go out there and any little branch can hit you from way far up. So you don't want to. I was asleep, but you don't want to go out there because any little branch coming down or a tree. I mean, the first 2 fatalities from Hurricane Florence was unfortunately 2 people. We're not going to go into detail because that's no need, but it was a tree, dude. I mean, and
So, and unfortunately, the scary part from a tree standpoint is the tree was actually well pruned, correctly. It was, from a standpoint from a tree, I won't bore you with the details because it was complicated, but from the growth and how it was grown, how the tree grew, the mature trees can be very complicated. A naturally grown instead of artificially grown is different in that, anyways. But anyway, so yeah, so we'll see. I'll check back in a couple hours. It's what they consider to be a weather event, so it should be out of here. The rain should be out, and then basically technically the switch of the wind is kind of what I'm wondering. So, anyways, everybody have a good day on the East Coast or West Coast or wherever. So, bye.